Kia ora crew, hope you had a great Easter weekend. Just jumping in here with a new product that we just got into the VitaCare store on. It actually arrived on Saturday, so you can actually order it now. It is the KE4 Ketone Ester from KetoneAid. It's very similar to the human ketone ester. It just contains slightly more ketones in the bottle, and yeah, just minor tweaks to the formula. But the key thing is that you're still getting that delta beta hydroxybutyrate that you're going for in a ketone ester. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run the blood tests with it today, so that should be good fun. Alright, I'll take my pre-bloods now, and I'll show you the results, and then we'll just kind of tick along. Alright crew, so just to explain how this works, I won't do this for every test, but just for this first test, so I've got a CareSense dual test meter, so that tests both blood glucose and blood ketones. You have to use them on separate strips though. And this is the blood eater that you feed the blood into, and then you put it in the device. And this is just kind of like a pinprick measurement needle sort of shooter thing, and that's how we get the blood out of the fingers. For context, I'm going into this fasted, so I haven't actually eaten anything this morning. I kind of find that's a nice baseline to test things like this out, because I can kind of compare it to other fasted times, as opposed to like having different meals that might kind of really skew things up. So let's see how this goes. So pump the finger to get plenty of the juices flowing, and the side is usually best because that's where the veins are. Yeah, feels like you got that pretty good. Yeah, plenty of blood, and feed the blood eater. Alright, after minor technical difficulties and many stabbings, we've actually got it to work. This is classic. I should have reread the instruction manual. It's been a while since I've done this. You need to actually take your blood in whilst the strip is in the device. So, rookie mistakes. I'm sure all the diabetics out there are laughing at me. Anyway, so the glucose measurement is 4.6 millimoles per litre. And then I'll do a keto measurement. Got plenty of blood flowing right now. Stabbed myself 4 times to get to this stage, because it kept clotting up. And we go on our blood ketone measurement of 0.2 millimoles. Alright, per litre. So now I'm going to take the ketone ester and start the timer, and then we will see how things go over the next few tests. Alright, so with the initial measurements out of the way, I'm going to slug this whole thing. So it's actually 30 grams of beta-hydroxybutyrate. As a note, KetoneAid, they mainly seem to cater to an audience where people are just taking a little bit every day. So in this case, they recommend, often recommend that you use just a capful, but then in the sporting community, where which I'm quite interested in, because that's where a lot of the clinical studies are, that's where they'll take a whole bottle, really elevate their blood ketones, and kind of run on both glucose and ketone fuel for, say, long-distance cycling. Tour de France is definitely one that made this famous. So I'm going to give it a go now. These usually taste pretty damn horrible, and that is just one of the downsides of beta-hydroxybutyrate, is it doesn't taste good. So you can't have everything, but we'll give it a go. It's apparently very scary cherry flavour. And just cracked it open now, and as a small disclaimer, KetoneAid guys, they also do recommend chilling it and say mixing it with water to help dilute the flavour, to make it easier. But I want to do the comparison against my previous experiences with the human ketone ester, so I'm just going to slug the whole thing. So Yep. Tastes, I'm gonna say actually not as bad, but not good. Has that same kind of really bad tequila or vodka taste. You could slug it back, and definitely something I could get used to, but you don't consume this for the flavor, you consume it for the benefits. I can definitely see myself chilling and mixing it with water in the future. Probably how I'd recommend to use it. Alright, I'll get back to you. Well, I'll do another test in 15 minutes, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, second lot of blood tests, 15 minutes in. Do the glucose first. 2, so 4.3 millimoles per litre. Damn! 3.5 in 15 minutes. Wow, that is a lot faster than I've had with the HVMN Ketone Ester. That is crazy fast. Man, I might need to run another test on the Ketone Ester, say tomorrow or something. I don't know, like this, that's crazy fast. So 15 minutes, got up to 3.5 millimoles per litre. I'll test it again in half an hour, and let's see how this goes. Wow, okay. Alright, so I'm a little late on this one. We're actually 40 minutes in now. Just pump the blood. Insert it into the blood eater. 5, 4, 3. So that's 3.3 millimole blood glucose levels. Point. My, 4.1 millimoles. So yeah, this is definitely getting me way further than HVMN Ketone did. Whether it's providing extra benefit, who's really to know, but in terms of a product that elevates your blood ketone levels, this is performing fantastically. Alright, I'll check in at the hour mark, and we'll see how we go on there, see if it's still rising up. Alright, so we're at the hour in mark. I've switched hands, switched fingers again, because the others are feeling a bit like pincushions right now. We will just quickly, this one's not giving as much blood, I'm just giving it a few squeezes. Yeah, so the last measurement was 4.1. I've never actually been that far into ketosis before. I'm definitely feeling it cognitively. Not actually, using it for intended use case of, endurance cycling or anything like that. So it's a bit interesting, but here we go. So we've got our glucose measurement. So that's glucose of 3.6. So it's nice to see that hasn't dropped down into the ground. Alright, we're at 3.9. I'm kind of happy that I don't have to stab myself again. So it looks like we peaked out around the 4.1 mark, may have been a little bit higher, or something like that. But either way, that is really quite high. Definitely a remarkable increase on the last time I tried the ketone ester. I'll link that in the next slide. Yeah, definitely a very cool product. That was last time I tried was a HVMN Ketone Ester, this being the KetoneAid Ketone Ester. Yeah, we'll definitely chat more about it. It's available in the VitaCare store now for $75. You can grab it. I usually only recommend ketone esters for use of endurance cycling or endurance sports, because that's where they've been clinically studied, but a lot of people have used them for all sorts of things. Like, it definitely does help with cognition. You can't feel smooth and calm, but that said, there's a lot of cheaper alternatives that you can go to rather than forking out a massive amount for ketone esters. Otherwise, there's also sleep and anti-inflammatory benefits. There's all sorts. So yeah, definitely a super cool product to check out. And yeah, all right, I'll leave you there and we will tick on.